Hi, hello everyone. Welcome again to a new video. So as part of today's video, I'm going to cover uh, how we can import work items like epic, feature, user story, task, or bug, which is present in a CSV file in Azure DevOps. I already have a couple of videos created on the import process using CSV file for Azure. This is going to be a third video in that particular series, and we will cover some of the topics which have been left. And so this is going to be the agenda for today's video. Let us start. Hi. So I'm sharing one of the Azure organization that I have created on Azure DevOps Labs. So this is free and this can be created using the Azure DevOps Labs over cloud. So what we will do using this particular organization, Creative Learning Made Simple 0433. So we have these many different projects listed here. So if I click on Scrum 24, so that is the one which we are going to use for today's video. And if we see on the left navigation, so we have boards. If we bring the mouse over and we see the work items. So if I click on the work items, so we just have one epic created here and we can select this one and maybe click on delete. So right now our backlog is empty. We can also validate it. If I go to the backlog, so currently there is nothing. So very first thing to understand is if you want to import a CSV file into Azure DevOps for importing or creating different work items like epic, feature, user story, task, or bug. So what exactly we have to do? So there are two ways to navigate to the import work items feature. One is using the left navigation. If I click on the work items, we see here import work items. Similarly, if I go to the left navigation and bring the mouse to the queries, so this is the second way of accessing the import work items. Now let us try to understand our CSV file. So if I can show you, this is our CSV file. So very first row represents the column names. And one of the catch here is this column name should be the same which Azure is expecting. So we have work item type, which represents the type of the work item. Like we have epic, we have feature, user story, and tasks. Title 1 is the top level title. So title 1 is used for the epic, title 2 is used for the feature, title 3 is used for the user story, title 4 is used for the task. So Azure automatically creates the necessary hierarchy. It considers feature as being a child of this epic, user story being a child of this particular feature, and similarly these three tasks, they are child of this particular user story. Then we have used the description to for our epic, description for our feature, description for the user story. In the format as a user, I can create my user profile so that I can manage my profile updates. Then we have the acceptance criteria, which is just used for the user story. And this acceptance criteria is multiple lines of acceptance criteria. We will see whether it gets imported in the same format. Then we have user story points field, which is just there for the user story. Then we have value area, and then we have the area path. So this is how our typical CSV file looks like. Now what we will do, we will go to the work items. And if I say import work items and choose our file, which is import work items.csv file, and say import, let's see what it does. So it has imported one epic, one feature, one user story, and three tasks. And if we look at our CSV file, it has one epic, one feature, one user story, and three tasks, total six work items. And we can see it here. After the import, what we will have to do is we have to click on the save items. So it says like successfully saved work items. It's like, we have executed some insert statements, and after that we are saying commit. So this is what it does. Saved items save all the work items in our backlog. And if I click on OK, we can again go to the work items and we can see. So this is how it looks like. We have the epic here, we have the feature here, we have the user story here, and we have three tasks. We can also see it, in a much better way in if we go to the backlogs. So here we can see this is our epic. It contains the feature contains the user story, and user story contains the theory task. Now, what we can do is, let's say if we go here And one of the thing that we wanted to try it out is that for user story, how is the import looking? So we got the definition of the user story as a user here. We also got the acceptance criteria, but it is not like a multiple line. It is creating them in a single line. So what we can do for that is we will understand it. So we will have to apply the HTML BR here, and we can simply copy this and put it against each of the line for the user profile as well, and then for the user address as well. So this is what we have done because this acceptance criteria, we want to provide the HTML syntax, which is the BR. So if I save this, okay, and then we will see whether it enters whether it imports the acceptance criteria in a multiple line format. But before that, what we will do, we will simply delete everything that we have imported so that, we can freshly import them. So we just did that. Now, if I click on the import work items, so let's see what it does. So again, it has imported, but I mean, we are still left with saving all the items or committing. So it has saved all 6 items. Now, if I go to the work items and try to see my user story, so now it has entered them in a right format. So this is the solution. So after each of the line, we have to use this BR for a multiple line thing. And now what we want to also do is we want to understand if I create a new bug here. So what happens? So let's say this is my test bug. Then we have repro steps like how it can be produced. Repro steps, and this is my system info OS. So if I save and go back here, so this is how it is showing me. So this particular CSV file, it contains everything, but it doesn't contain a bug. So what we will do, we will create a bug, and so we will say this is our user profile bug, and we will use some of the bug columns like if I go to the column options, so here we can see uh, we have repro steps. So we will use the same thing. We will say repro steps, and we will say first open the user profile UI, and we will say BR, try to save the user profile. Let's say this is how this bug is produced. After that, we will also use one more column, which is uh, OS info, or it was some info. Let me just check it. What was the name? So name was system info. So if I go to the column options and try to check the name, so name is system info. So what we can do is we will simply type it here and we will say OS. Let's say we need this one, Windows 11. Now, another thing that we want is since, if we enter the title of the bug here, it will treat this bug as a part of user profile. But I mean, we want this bug to be independent, so we will enter it here only at a user story level. Okay, so we are saying this bug is at a story level. So let's see if we enter this information, what it does. And also we will see for a bug whether we have these things present. So we have area and iteration. We also have the story points which we can leave. So we will say area path is still the same and we save it. Now let's go back and try to delete everything. And now let's try to import. Okay, I think there is some error. That's why it has shown in the red. But we will see. It says like value area cannot be empty. Okay, so that's fine. We go to the work items and we try to delete again everything. And we just have to see whether for the new work item bug, it is showing us the value area. Uh, it is not showing us the value area, but okay, we have just copied the value area field as it is, even for the bug and tasks. Let's see whether we are able to import. We discard everything and we again say import work items. We choose our CSV file and we say import. And now if I say save items, so it says successfully saved all 7 work items. And if I go to the work items link, so we can see that the bug has been created. And if I open this one, so the repro steps that we have mentioned, it is there. Uh, it also has the iteration. Okay, and it has added this as part of the feature, which is basically since we added our bug as in the same sequence where we have this particular user story, which is basically the title too, and that's why it has added the bug as a uh, child of this one. And we can try it out. I mean, rather than entering it at a title 3, what if I enter my bug as a title 1 and see whether because we want this bug as an independent work item, not being child of anything. So we can just try it out. So if I save this thing and again go back to the work items and delete everything, let's see what it does. So if I say import work items and choose my file and say it import, and now I say save items, so it has successfully saved 7 work items, and we can see we have 7 items here. We have 1 epic, 1 feature, 1 user story, 3 tasks, that means 6, and 1 bug, which is 7. And now if I go to the work items and now if I try to open the bug, now the bug, this title has come up. And if we see any link, so there is no link. So that means it has created this bug independently. And that's what we wanted to do. And we can see the system info is there, repro steps are there. So this is a useful way of, creating multiple work items when we know we have some Excel or CSV file is present where we have different work items available and we want to do the import and create them in one go using this import work items feature in Azure. Only thing, like I said, we have to ensure is that the web first row contains the column names and these column names are exactly the same which Azure is expecting. And if we want to kind of like import the hierarchy, we have to use it this way. So we have used almost 4 titles because Epic being the parent, then feature is the child of Epic, and then this user story is the child of feature. And then similarly, we have these tasks which are child of this particular user story. Then we also imported 1 bug. And since we wanted bug to be kind of like independent, not being child of anyone, so that's why we gave the title of the bug in the title 1. And then this is the information which is specific to the bug. We have the repro steps which are not present in the epic, which is not present in the feature story in the task. We have the system info and some of the common information like value area. We also came to know that it is expecting and the area path as well. So this is how we can use this process. I hope you guys liked this video. And again, if you are new to my channel, please do share and subscribe. That will definitely help me and motivate me. Thank you so much.